Girl Tribe Gaming. Podcast on. I said it. Podcast on.
Hello and welcome to Girl Tribe Gaming, a podcast mostly about video games. I'm Zen.
And I'm Jen, and welcome to episode 24. Zen, as always, are you drinking anything this time?
Yes, I am.
You are? What do you have?
Yeah, I am drinking one of my favorite winter beers. It's a Leinenkugel Snowdrift Vanilla Porter.
Wait. What?
Delicious.
That was a mouthful. I didn't get any of it. It's a what?
Leinenkugel.
Is that a brand? I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, you can't miss it. It's the longest name in a beer.
Leinenkugel.
Yeah, Leinenkugel. I think it's how you say it.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then Snowdrift Vanilla Porter.
Oh, vanilla. That kind of
Yeah,
sounds interesting.
It's pretty good.
You know, I don't have as many options with the gluten-free beers.
No. So what are you drinking?
Iced tea.
That's still good. Still good.
It's fancy. Lipton's. It's not even anything fancy. It's just Lipton's iced tea.
Meh, still good. You playing anything new?
Well, okay, yeah, I am. I played this week Tales from the Borderlands.
By TellTale?
TellTale, yeah, they're the ones that did the Walking Dead and what's the other one?
The Wolf Among Us.
The Wolf Among Us, yeah. So I played the first episode of that. You know, it was $5. I'm a huge Borderlands fan. And, you know, part of me was just kind of like, I didn't expect it to be that interesting. And I was like, $5. I was kind of bored, even though I have
For
like
episode one,
a bunch of
$5.
games. Yeah, just for the first episode. And do we want to talk about it now?
Yeah, I want to hear about it.
I'm
I'm sure they do too, but I want to hear it.
I just couldn't contain myself. But like I said, I'm a Borderlands fan. My question would be, I'm not sure if someone who's not a Borderlands fan, I don't know if they'd have the same amount of fun.
Do you have to know the story? Do you have to know the story of Borderlands, like the first and the second game? Because I've played a little bit of them, but I honestly I know who Handsome Jack is, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I never did get to play the first one. At the time when the game came out, it wasn't my kind of game, I thought. And then when the second one came out, I was just drawn to it, and I just played it. I should probably look it up, but I know I have at least 300 hours, probably 400 hours in Borderlands 2. But I think anyone could play the game because I won't say what the thing is. There's like one thing that here and there they kind of refer to, and a lot of it is around Handsome Jack, that character. But I think if you haven't played it before or you didn't finish, like I know you didn't finish the story of Borderlands 2. Imagine that. I think you could still enjoy it because they kind of like allude back to it in such a way that you would know what they mean. But the only thing I don't think would carry over is that, like, you know, in Borderlands, you're always like looking for loot. You're wanting loot. You got to find the money, you know, to open up the chest, get the money, open up the chest. And in this, there are times where there's some like loot. And I was like, and they made it look just like in the game. And, you know, they used some of the same sound effects. And even just the opening splash screen, I went, oh! Like, I really out loud did that.
I watched the very beginning of the game.
On
Twitch when like the titles came up and everything, and then just very little going into it just to get a feel for it.
Yeah,
and I was laughing because like just the quirkiness and the little jokes they have in Borderlands. It looked like a fun game to play.
Yeah, if you like Borderlands at all, I mean, this totally captured the entire essence of the game. Like, you know, the little nuances and things like that you notice, you know, and even just the slightest sound effects. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
But what I will say, this is the first TellTale game that I've played over on the next gen.
Mm-hmm.
So graphics, you know, they do that kind of cell shading, which Borderlands has done that way as well. But it was so crisp and vibrant. And I mean, they did a really, really good job. The only thing I would have to criticize is, you know, like in some of the other games like The Walking Dead, you make your decision.
Yes, and it freezes up a little.
Yeah, it's like it hangs up like oh, let me get the right file for that, you know?
Yes.
Or it does that.
That happened. I was playing the new Game of Thrones TellTale game.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about that. Okay.
And that was doing the same thing. I was thinking next gen, we're not going to have this lag when I make a decision.
Yeah.
And there's a few times where the whole game froze and like
Oh.
did a weird pixelization.
Ooh.
And then like I thought my system just pieced out on me, but it was like
it was just the game itself.
it was just the game.
Oh, see, I didn't have that, but yeah, I'd still had that little hang up where I make the decision. But it was a blast. It was a fun-filled adventure. Like, it's the most fun. Like, I laughed out loud. Like, Walking Dead's all serious.
Yeah,
This
see,
is fun.
I was going back and forth because I wanted to try either the new Telltale's Borderlands or Game of Thrones. And for some reason, I wanted to go towards the depressing game, I guess.
So I've never watched the Game of Thrones show. I know people are hitting me with rocks right now.
Yeah, I watched, I don't even know if I finished season 1, so somebody's probably throwing rocks at me too. I liked it, but I got super confused because there's so much going on
in the game.
In the show and in the game.
Oh.
Like, I'm sure if you had a background in Game of Thrones, you'd be able to pick up on all these characters, what they're talking about. Me, I have no clue what they're talking about.
Okay.
But I
So
like
in
it.
your
Like,
case-
I know enough. Like, what's happening in the game. I'm interested.
Okay. So in your mind, if I wanted to play that game, do you think I should be familiar with the show probably to fully enjoy it?
I think yes, in a sense. But like for me, I don't have the time to go watch all Game of Thrones to play
game.
a $5 episode of a video game.
I am gonna watch it now that there's that HBO Go on
Yes.
on Xbox One. But
yeah, I should watch it just because I feel like it's like my geek cred is
we both
down
just lost
because I
some
don't
geek
watch
cred.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so far I've really enjoyed it, even though I don't understand some of what they're talking about.
Right.
The graphics are great, except for the whole little lag that happens every now and then. The story I'm enjoying with what I understand. It's depressing and sad and
Okay, question.
suspenseful.
On the decisions you've made so far, are you playing it like the same style as far as your behavior as you did in the Walking Dead series and in Wolf Among Us? Because if I remember
I normally play like how I would if it was real life. Like, I usually try to be kind, I guess.
Yeah, you choose.
But then
like,
I can
the
have these
better
spurts
options.
where I'm a complete jerk. Like, I'm pretty sure that's how I am in real life. Like, I can be really nice, and then all of a sudden, bam, I am
Talk to
not
the hand.
so friendly.
In Borderlands, I'm completely opposite. Like in the Walking Dead, I tend to make decisions that are like the good thing to do, the right thing to do, the thing that I think I would hope to do if I were in that situation. But in Borderlands, I am bad. I'm doing the worst things. I want to get the loot. I want to do everything. I am bad. And I'm having fun. It's so fun.
Are you trying to be bad? Is that your goal going into it? Like, I want to be a jerk.
No, it was just how I played. And I figured out halfway through because I was like, man, I'm making some choices. And I was like, I'm playing this like I play the game.
Interesting. See, I like a game like Mass Effect. I normally play like I would if it was a real life. But I've always wanted to go back and play, Renegade.
Yeah.
Just be the jerk, like of the solar system.
Yeah.
And I can't do it. It's like
You're too good of a person, Zane.
I know. Gosh. Just so nice.
Well, one thing I know we played because we played together. We got to play. Finally, we got to play some multiplayer in Halo Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, finally, after how many weeks? But it was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah, we had such a blast. And it was like going down memory lane in the Warthog. Laughing.
Yeah, it's like I don't get pissed in Halo multiplayer like I do in Call of Duty. Why, I don't really know. doesn't really matter, but we were laughing so hard, and I'm so happy that they kind of fixed it. I mean, I feel like it's like 90% fixed, maybe
It's
85%.
getting there. Yeah. One thing I'll say is, I mean, we had a blast, and I had fun. I went back through watching our videos, and then I recorded a few videos. It's really cool the way they did it. So, in the old Halos, you would go into the theater mode, make your little video, then you had to upload it to Bungie. Then you took it from Bungie, download it to your computer, and then from there, if you wanted to edit it, you would do that. Then you would upload it to YouTube.
Oh my God, we had so much time back then. It's insane.
I know. we were tech savvy apparently.
Yeah.
Now all you have to do is you go into theater mode, you make your little clip within the Halo UI, so you can change the camera angles and everything. You record that little clip, and then when you save it, it goes boom, and it saves it straight to your upload studio.
That's so
and
cool.
And then from there, you could share it on your friend feed. You could send it to, well, I don't know if it's still the preview people, but you can send it to Twitter. You can send it straight over to YouTube. You can send it to your OneDrive. It's so easy to share your videos now, and I just had so much fun.
Yeah. Do you feel it's a little too late, even though the game is fixed, to have so many people just given up on it and moved on?
Yeah. Well, it's not totally fixed. As you can remember, we would get into one game pretty quick. Sometimes, though, it would split us up. Sometimes we would get on teams with like three against 5. Or the teams were unevenly balanced. Or we would be in a game, and then after that game, even if we stayed in the same lobby, we couldn't get matched, and we had to back out. And then when you back out, you don't stay in the same party. So then you have to remake your party, go back into the lobby. So they do have some work.
Yeah, and I personally think that they've probably lost a huge chunk of people. Just because it came out and there was so many other games coming out all around that same date.
Yeah, they missed the hype. The hype, it was crazy hype. And everybody was so excited and everyone was going to play. And I have been on quite a bit just trying to find people to play with that I know. I don't know, Zen. I think I have close to 200 people on my friends list. And like literally one night, there was like nobody playing.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to get people to come back either, like without having something like Clan Wars or I don't know how they're going to get people to come back and say, "Hey, try it again."
I know, I know they want to make it right, and I get it. Things happen, but I mean, this is a huge launch, huge disappointment. Like we were crazy having fun this weekend, and then it would just be like, "Aw," when it stopped. You know,
it was stop and go. Like it was literally like. Sometimes we'd have to spend 5-10 minutes just like getting the room started. And
it just like deflates the fun factor. But I mean, I haven't looked into it a lot, but I was hearing reports of the developers getting death threats.
Yeah,
it's a video.
Gamers need to calm down. I mean, it's a huge, I don't want to back them up, but it's like death threats.
That's a little far. I do hope once they get it all working, maybe they do something special for us that bought it from day one. I think they're running a deal in December for like $15 off, but I don't know.
We've already bought it, so that doesn't really.
It doesn't help us. Yeah. I hope maybe they just do something. I don't know.
They're going to have to give about some free maps out or some kind of in-game content to make people come back to the game. Or something.
They'd have to redo a map because they already released all the maps.
I'll probably screw that up too. But I don't know. I still like it. I'm having fun.
I do feel like they missed that window of awesomeness. They just missed it, and I don't think they can get it back now.
Nope. They definitely didn't honor Master Chief there. Master Chief would be probably pretty upset. He might be sending death threats.
Yeah.
That might be Master Chief.
Yeah. I will say, though, the campaign stuff that I've played, it is really good.
Yeah, so good. Well, we're both playing TellTale Games, Halo, and I'm sure we're both still playing a little bit of Destiny and Call of Duty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but I know what you're getting at.
What?
Far Cry.
Oh my gosh, I am still saying no to Far Cry. Like,
I haven't.
Rye's playing it. I look at him, it's like, it looks cool,
Yeah, it looks
but
fun.
it looks fun, but it's like I have a lot of stuff to do. I haven't even been able to play Dragon Age in the last few days.
Oh, that's sad. So
Like,
I have been so obsessed with Dragon Age, I couldn't get to Far Cry, and I see Kelly slash Supa, overplaying it, and it looks really fun. Zen, it really
yeah,
does.
I know. There's a lot of games. I still have to play Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, yeah. That I need to get back to. Now that the patch is done, it is a lot better. It still needs more work. These developers, I know they're having all these crazy deadlines to meet, but
Yeah, I don't know. Like
that's
something
kind of
weird is happening in the gaming industry with all the broken games coming out, but
I think
I
there's a
don't
lot
want.
of
Let's not go
pressure.
down that road because it's
Yeah,
sad,
let's not.
depressing. We won't throw another little.
Jabs. No more
Yeah, I
jabs.
was gonna say troll on the fire, but I just picture that in my head. It's like, wow, that's entertaining.
So usually we talk about some mobile games. Are you playing any new iPhone games?
Yeah, I'm playing a game called Dwelp, DWELP.
Dwelp.
It's Dwelp on my iPhone, and it's 99 cents.
Oh, I'm just teasing.
99 cents.
I'm
Not
cheap.
bad.
Okay.
It's a simple, relaxing game. Has a little bit of nice little music. The coloring's good, and all it is these little dots you're moving around on these maps, and all the maps are different, and you have to get the dots close, and then they intertwine into like an infinity shape. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
And then you keep the
infinity symbol.
yeah. Once you get those two together, then you have to move those two to another dot and intertwine them.
See, you're putting me to sleep just telling me about it.
It's
It sounds so relaxing.
It's so good. But then you have like multiple colors that you have on the map. So like, green goes with green, red goes with red, and they can't overlap at all. So it's just a little simple puzzler that is a great game to play on lunch or before you go to bed.
Yeah,
I
love
it. It's actually, I think it's going to be one of my favorite games just because it's so peaceful.
Dwelp. Maybe
99
we can find
cents.
a trailer or something for that to put in the show notes.
Oh man, I'm sure the trailer is going to be intense.
Watch Dwelp.
Yeah. Are you playing anything?
Well, okay, so I just recently made my transition. I still play on my Windows phone for my Xbox games, but
you will always be a Windows girl, Anna.
I know. Oh my gosh, I found a game I love to play, and there's no achievements, and it's free, and it's on my iPhone. It's like, what?
I'm like, I have a hand up in the air. I'm like, praise the gaming gods.
So, I'm a big Ellen DeGeneres show watcher. And for the longest time, she's always, talked about this game that she has on there called Heads Up. And I always want to play it because it looks like fun. And, it's only on iPhone. And so I was thinking this week, it was Thanksgiving, and we had some of the girls over to have Thanksgiving dinner with. And I was like, I know, let's play that, because it's a party game. But you can only play with 2 people, really, so it's not that big of a party. But let me tell you, so the premise of the game is it has different categories, okay? It's free initially. Inside, there's the little category packs you can buy if you want more cards. But let's say you get one that's music stars, or there's one that's a gamer geek thing. I wanted to get it, but it's 99 cents. So I held on.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, anyways, you get these card packs that are themed, and so let's say it's the video game one, and let's say it's name video game characters, blah blah blah, well-known video game characters. So you take your phone, and it'll say let's say Master Chief. And you hold it up to your forehead so you can't see what it is, but your person in front of you, they see it. They try to get you to guess it. And then if you get it right, you flip the phone down and a new one comes up, and you try to guess as many as you can in the time limit correctly. And
I have played this game. It's fun.
Oh my gosh, it's so fun. And if you can choose to or to not enable audio and video. And it's so funny when you record the video, the person like explaining it, meaning me. I make the funniest faces. I had no idea. It's just me. So anyways, Soup and I, we never play games that aren't like on our Xboxes, but we were playing it. Next thing I knew was an hour later, and I was like, this is so fun.
Was it the superhero one? Is that the one you guys played mainly superheroes?
No, the one that we played the most was actually the pack for kids, but it was so fun, and it was pretty hard, so I don't know what. But yeah, we had so much fun. I was crying. I was laughing.
It's a good game. That is a great... Oh my gosh, I can just imagine playing with all you guys. It'd be so much fun.
Yeah, and you can play it anywhere. You can play it at the dinner table while you're waiting for your meal to come. Or
oh my god.
Yeah, it's fun though. Definitely get it. Heads up. I liked it. I can't believe it held my attention. So
yeah, that's so much fun.
Yeah.
So you said you were playing that at Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And my grandma was, asking about Christmas and wants to know what she wants to know what I want for Christmas. And I'm talking about video games. And she's like, Zen, why do you like video games so much?
How old's your grandma? Do you know? Like,
I don't know. I'm not going to say it because I mean, she's not listening. If she is, hey, grandma. But
she's like, she's grandma.
Mid 70s, late 70s, mid 70s.
So yeah, video games for her. So she's asking you why you play them?
Yeah, because she relates probably more so as they are young, for younger people, and for boys.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, growing up, that's kind of what it was. The games were for the boys, not for me.
And Barbies were for the girls.
Yeah, and it was for the little kids back then a lot of the time. So what did you tell her? Did you tell her, like,
Well, at that time, I'm just like, I like him, Grandma. I just like to play video games. I don't know.
Next thing you know, you're sitting in a corner. Why do I like video
games? No, that's what happened. And I'm driving because I have a long drive. And, and I'm like, why do you like video games, Zen?
Why do you?
Well, I was thinking... Well, there's a whole aspect of Girl Tribe and the girls that I have met and we've become friends. So it's like, in a way, it's like going to a bar and hanging out with your friends, but you can have like crazy hair and pajamas on.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, it's a hobby. It's just like the people that like to sew. Why do you like to sew?
Because it's fun.
Yeah, why do you like to read? It's like, you just do.
Yep.
And so that's why I got all zen on myself, and I'm like, Grandma, it's just because that's my hobby, and I like them because I do.
Yeah.
And I might call her.
Because they're awesome.
Yeah.
Maybe you should have her over, or bring games to her and show her how much fun. Oh, God,
no.
Oh, I can see. Just get her doing some.
No, I have to explain their damn DVD machine to them every time I'm there. Again, at Thanksgiving, I had to explain the DVD and the computer, like something on the computer.
Of course, that's what always happens. I know my mom.
It was IT. It was like, IT person's here, thank God.
I know my mom warned me. She goes, when you talk to your grandmother, be careful. And I was like, what? She goes, your grandmother just bought her first computer. And I was like, thanks for the warning.
No, you gotta tell me, why do you like video games? If your grandma was like, why do you like video games? What would you say?
Well, I mean, for me, it's just fun. That's why I do it. Originally, when I was a kid, I just played them because they were fun. I was addicted. And then when I got older, as a teenager, I didn't play them as much. I was too busy being a teenager. Then, I got back into it when I got back into my 20s. And part of it was playing with my friends because back then it was when I first got into the Xbox. And my friend Mooplad, you know him.
Yep.
He had, oh my goodness. Anyways, he had a bunch of Xboxes and games. And he'd have LAN parties over there. And we'd have it would be like me and then 15 to 18 boys in one house. It was crazy.
It's interesting how video games have become more of a social thing. Yeah. Than when so many people just think it's people just sitting locked alone in a room by themselves, not talking to anybody. Now it's like, you get online, you're like, oh God, I hope nobody wants to play.
Yeah, it's like, But yeah, that's kind of what got me going because it was just so fun. And then when Live came out, I got it like as soon as I could. And, I was, of course, shy. And that's kind of the main reason why we had, I think, Girl Tribe back then was just because it was so like, angry place. But and now, I play it's just fun. I can't wait to delve into a new world and do something I would never do. I'll be honest, I don't read. I don't read unless it's in a magazine, a comic book, or for some reason I like to read textbooks. I like school.
It sounds like you like to read, but you just don't like to go buy a book. Like,
I don't like to read stories. I'll read like informational things or like I said, a magazine. But that's why I do it. I mean, it's a good way to relax when I've got a headache. I know it's weird. I have certain headache games. I get those migraines. But that's why I game. It's fun. It's my hobby. It's exactly what my answer would be. Like,
but I guess I've never thought of it compared to other hobbies. Like, it's no different than sewing.
I mean, it's listed under hobbies and games on iTunes.
Mm-hmm. So,
speaking of iTunes, no. Okay, so TV. Have you been watching?
I've just been watching the same stuff. The Flash, Gotham, all caught up on the 100.
Oh,
and
you got me so hooked
Grey's
on
Anatomy.
That. Oh, Grey's Anatomy. You got me so hooked on that. They call it the 100. I say 100, but yeah, I love it.
It is one of the best shows out right now, in my opinion.
I can't believe I had never heard of it until you mentioned it a few podcasts ago. I'm so hooked. If you have not seen it, it's on Netflix, the whole first season. I got caught up to season 2, Zen, because our cable company has that on-demand stuff. So I got all caught up. I can't wait to see what happens.
I know, it's a good show. Go watch it.
Yeah.
If you have a TV show that you think like we should watch, tweet it at us, because I love checking out new TV shows.
Yeah, definitely.
Anything. Like documentaries, weird documentaries, anything.
You send anything you like to Zen to watch, and for me, I don't like comedies and I don't like drama.
Yeah, bring it on. I'll watch anything.
Just send me some sci-fi,
at least for 10 minutes.
Action, superhero, things like that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Zen. I know I bug you about this show. I'm all caught up and it's good. It's so good.
I have to watch it. I fell behind, and Hulu, I think it's Hulu. They don't have it all on there. I'm getting whiny voice, but I know.
And then the Walking Dead, they had a season finale on Sunday.
Season finale or mid-season finale?
Ooh. I think it starts back up in January.
Okay.
I think.
I know. I don't even like to hear people talk about it at all because I'm so scared I'm going to hear a spoiler.
I know. And there were spoilers everywhere that night. I got lucky and I actually didn't look on Twitter, but apparently they spoiled their own show for the West Coast on their Facebook page.
Oh my gosh.
It was all over Twitter. And I was so glad that I hadn't looked because it was a huge spoiler. This is what happened at the end of the show. This was my reaction.
Whoa.
I'm not going to say what happened. This was my reaction to what happened. I went, oh, that's what happened.
Why do I feel like I was talking to you when you were we playing Halo when you were flipping through Facebook and saw the spoiler?
I didn't see the spoiler. Other people did. I got lucky.
Okay, because I thought we were playing Halo and we were waiting for the game to whatever.
I saw a different spoiler for Arrow.
Oh, see, that's another one I'm working on. That's
and I saw people need to watch it with the spoilers. I saw another spoiler for Orphan Black. I love that show.
Man, you were just a spoiler magnet.
Well, and I think, do you consider this a spoiler if they tell you a new actress that's going to be on a new episode of the show you like?
No.
See,
I mean, that's hey, you might want to watch this because so-and-so is going to be there.
I know. To me, that's a spoiler. I'm such
Oh, that's not a spoiler to me. That's just
yeah, they were like, blah, blah is going to be on Orphan Black. And I was like, thanks.
That's kind of like when I told you, though, Maybe no, I didn't tell you who was in the 100. I just told you a bunch of people that you like are in 100.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a spoiler because I kind of guessed who it was, but
wait, I was guessing you were gonna guess it was number 6. Is it Blondie? You know, she's blonde hair, red dress.
yeah,
That's who I was guessing you were gonna think it was.
Trisha Helfer.
No, blonde hair.
I was gonna guess. I was guessing from the Dollhouse because you said Dollhouse. Well, there's somebody from Dollhouse.
I did say Dollhouse.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Elijah
Dushku. I knew it wouldn't be her because I follow her on Twitter and she would be all talking about it. So
you're a lot of BFFs over there.
I know. Anyways,
so that's what we're watching.
Yeah, for real though. You've got a show for us to watch. Please send it to us. You can tweet us or post it in the show notes. So, is that it, Zen? We done?
I think so. I feel like this was a really quick episode, but
apparently we need to have a guest.
Maybe.
We're bored. We're boring?
Nah. We're not boring. My mom says, if you're bored, you're a boring person. So if you're bored out there, it's because you're boring.
Okay, so if they're listening and they're bored, it's their fault, right?
Yeah, according to my mother, you're boring.
Boring person. What a horrible thing to say.
Yeah, it's because I was little and I was bored. I'm like, in the car and I'm bored. She's like, that's because you're a boring person. I'm like, okay.
See, my mom just said, well, go outside. Get out.
Nah, my mom just figured you're a loser.
My mom just tried to get rid of me. She didn't intend.
Oh, gosh. Well, guys, thanks so much for listening. You can follow myself on Twitter at ZMacLeod. That's ZMACLEOD. And you can follow Moto over on Twitter at MotoGirl. That's MOTO_GRRL.
And you can check out our website at girltribegaming.com. And you can follow us on Twitter at girltribegaming, all one word. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.